I have a whole laundry list of misandric commercials. And speaking of laundry, check out this Clorox commercial. Notice how the boys are playing around in the mud and getting all dirty while the females are nice and clean? Yeah, the males are the dirty and disgusting ones, but the females are not. Let this set the tone for the rest of the video. There are many commercials I've noticed lately where the men are acting like children and the women are the only responsible adults who have to keep the men in line. The woman knows what's best for the man and the man defers to her. Such is the case in this Microsoft commercial. So the kid is giving a presentation to his parents about why he should have a dog. Why is he doing this? Because he has to ask his parents for it and wants to convince them that it's a good idea. But then the man does the same thing the child did and apparently needs his wife's permission to play golf on Sunday, to which she denies. Yeah, we have the stereotypical man playing golf too, right? I guess the hierarchy in this family is child, father, and mother at the top. Why couldn't this commercial have a woman prepare a presentation for the man about why she should go shopping on Sunday and then the man turns her down? Because that would be sexist and offensive. The reaction to that would be, this is so sexist. It's saying all women think about is shopping, and why does a woman have to ask her husband to do anything? She should be able to do whatever she wants, whenever she wants. But of course a man can't have that same privilege. If he wants to play golf on Sunday, that's his own damn business. He shouldn't need her permission. And why is she saying no for? Just to be a bitch? I mean, couldn't you have at least let him present his case instead of just shaking your head no right at the title screen? I mean, she let her son present his entire case, but all her husband could get in was the title screen? So no, I guess the hierarchy is really father at the bottom, then child, and mother still at the top. This commercial is for Fiber One.
Sweetie, I think you need a little extra fiber in your diet.
Yes, of course the woman is the more healthy conscious one of the two of them. She knows what's best for the man. If it wasn't for the woman, he'd just be eating junk.
Oh, Carol, fiber makes me sad.
Oh, come on. I dare you to taste one hint of fiber in Fiber One.
Oh, I'd be able to tell. I mean, why not just eat this bag? And how can you talk to me about fiber while you are eating a candy bar?
You enjoy that.
I am.
So anyway, the man thinks that it's a candy bar, but she knows better. Just look at her leaning on the counter with that big grin on her face like, yeah, I was right, I know what's best. It's usually the woman who knows about the products that are being advertised and has to tell the stupid man about it, just like in that socks commercial. Next up, we have this Geico commercial.
Saving for our child's college fund was getting expensive.
Yes, it was. So to save some money, we taught our 5-year-old how to dunk.
So far, so good?
Scholarship.
Silence.
Honey, go get him.
So he fetches him on her orders just like a dog would. She's apparently the boss and can tell the man what to do. Why doesn't she get him down instead of ordering somebody else to? Or maybe they can both go and get him down. What gets her off the hook? It's like, honey, you go get him down from there while I just stand here and smile at the camera. Yeah, she can just stand there while she orders the man to do what she wants. This is just like that M&M's commercial where the woman orders the man to fetch her a snack, and like the obedient slave he is, he does just that.
I'll be back Sunday. There's lasagna in the fridge.
Yeah, because apparently men can't cook. I mean, he couldn't make the lasagna himself, right? She needed to do that for him.
Let the games begin.
And of course, when the responsible and mature woman leaves, he and some other men start playing around and making a mess, acting as immature and irresponsible as the children. Now you might be saying, well, there's a girl there. She's acting just as immature as the boys are. Well, whoopity do. She's still a child. She's supposed to act like that. The bottom line is that there are no adult women acting like this. Only adult men. This clearly implies that men are just overgrown children. I mean, what if the commercial had the man leaving and the wife started acting like that with other women? That would be offensive, right?
Hey! Eat lasagna!
So this kid launches the lasagna. Uh-oh, they get a call.
Mom forgot her laptop. She's on her way home.
We're busted! There goes my allowance!
I can't get caught. I'm already grounded. Don't worry. I got this.
Now that the woman is coming back, this man has to hurry up and clean their clothes.
Yes!
I'm back!
Downstairs, honey.
Are you doing laundry?
She sounds so surprised that he's doing laundry. I guess this man never does laundry, just like he never cooks. These next commercials are for the McRib. This one shows a man doing what men do best, apparently. Sleeping and sloppily eating fast food. This man is shown getting barbecue sauce all over his mouth, sleeping on the couch, and sleeping at work. They'd never portray a woman this way. In fact, it's pretty rare that they'd show a woman eating a McRib, but if they do, she certainly wouldn't be a sloppy eater like he is. Here's another one where a couple is about to go on their honeymoon.
Babe, no cell phones on the honeymoon.
And of course, the man has to be the one to have his cell phone out, and the woman has to be the boss telling the man what to do.
McRib is back.
Let's send him a picture.
So he finds out about the McRib and she says,
I married a 14-year-old.
better not let Chris Hansen catch you. Yet another commercial portraying a grown man like a child. Nobody ever seems to take notice of commercials like these unless you were to reverse the genders. Just imagine a commercial where a man tells a woman, no cell phones on our honeymoon, and that he married a 14-year-old.
Don't.
We're just one word in this commercial and I'm already pissed off. We start with the woman saying don't, as if he were a child and she has to keep him in line. She gives him that I'm serious look as she closes the door. But as expected, he can't control himself and digs right into the McRib.
McRib is back at McDonald's. Tangy, sweet hickory barbecue sauce made with 100% tender, juicy...
Of course, he gets messy and has to wear a baby bib. Yes, folks, this is how the media represents men. Like they're babies or overgrown children who need women around at all times to keep them in line, otherwise they're liable to do stuff like this.
Did we mention the barbecue sauce?
So she comes back and looks at him like he did such a horrible thing eating the McRib. Yeah, the woman may have been gone for only a minute, but the man still couldn't wait that long. I mean, how about a commercial where a man tells a woman not to eat a McRib, but the woman eats it anyway and has to wear a baby bib because she's so sloppy and the man comes back to give her that very same look? I couldn't imagine a commercial like that being allowed to air, but this commercial is supposed to be just fine. You know, it's weird. It's mostly men who eat the McRib in these commercials, so it seems as if men are the target audience. But ironically, they are belittling their target audience by making them look sloppy and immature. These next commercials are for AT&T.
Okay, kids, we can record one more show. Who should get it?
Well, I really love Jennifer.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah. Kyle's got that thick head of hair.
And that should be rewarded.
Okay, moment of truth. On 3, say which kid you love the most.
Ooh, fun, yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Jennifer. Whoa.
Wow.
They favor the daughter, of course. Favoring the boy would be sexist. Let this set the tone for the rest of the AT&T commercials.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Or we give it to Kyle. It's really all he's got.
Gee whiz, thanks. How wonderful for you to say that. In this next one, we have a man who looks like he's burning the midnight oil. But then his wife calls him and says,
Happy anniversary. Are we still on for tonight?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
You remember to make a reservation, right?
Yeah, I remember that. The number one thing a man should remember.
The number one thing a man should remember, right? Because women never forget anniversaries. Men, however, always do, right?
I'm gonna be there soon. I'm gonna come pick you up, and I'll call you. I'll call you when I'm on the way. I'm on the way. Okay.
So he hurries up and tries to make some last-minute reservations because being a man, he forgot the anniversary. So he stumbles around like an idiot and then the commercial ends. In this next one, we see a man trying to change a baby's diaper, but all he's really doing is just making baby talk.
Who's daddy's widow?
Give me all your money.
Holla.
G-Dog, what's up?
You know me, right now I'm just kicking
Tell
it.
me you caught the game last night.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I caught the game.
Well, how about that third quarter call? Are you kidding me?
Because all men are only interested in sports, right?
Awesome. Oh, and that hit on Williams, did you see that?
Yeah, he's done for the season.
I gotta bounce.
And of course, the woman has to come in and catch him in the act. This always happens! So not only are men only interested in sports, but apparently they can't change a diaper either. I mean, how about a commercial where we see a woman trying to change a diaper but failing miserably while talking to a friend of hers catching up on some soap operas, and a man catches her in the act and gives her that very same look? That's out of the question, but this is so common in commercials. A man does something stupid and the woman walks by to catch him in the act. I've already shown many examples of this in my previous videos, and I'm about to show you yet another one. This one is for Clorox and it does the exact same thing. So the father is helping his daughter with a science project.
Nice work. Awesome. I am so getting an A.
He makes the volcano erupt and it makes a mess out of the entire kitchen. And with impeccable timing, the woman immediately walks through the door to see the mess. And she just so happens to have a bottle of Clorox cleanup right there. As usual, the woman has the product that the commercial is advertising. I'd love to see a commercial where a woman was making a mess and has spaghetti sauce all over her, and then a man walks in and hands her a bottle of Clorox cleanup. And no, the spaghetti sauce on the daughter doesn't count. She wasn't the one who made the mess. It was the man who made the volcano erupt after all. Anyway, getting back to AT&T, I have just one more commercial to talk about with them. So the daughter walks up to her dad, who is of course lying on the couch. What else, right? She can't finish what she was about to say because she has issues with her dad's hairstyle, the clothes he's wearing, and the fact that he's video chatting with her boyfriend. So we have a man who is trying to act like a teenager.
Are you video chatting with my boyfriend?
Yeah. Hey, Tessa.
Mom!
Mom.
And she calls out for her mom, the only real adult of the house. I mean, how about a commercial where we see her mom doing that stuff and she calls out for her dad? You know a commercial like that would be considered sexist. But not this, though. And speaking of daughters calling for their mom whenever dad did something wrong, check out this Wal-Mart commercial. So the man is barbecuing and the woman, who, as usual, is always the one who knows everything, says,
Honey, don't you think you're a little close to that?
Cheryl, I've been growing for like 20 years. I think I know what I'm doing.
But of course he doesn't, and the little girl's playhouse melts and she calls for...
I'll get it! We love you! We love you!
Daddy did what?
Yep, you see what happens when you don't listen to the woman? Commercials today always have the woman as the one who is responsible and always knows what she's talking about, while the man is the irresponsible one who just messes everything up. How about a commercial where a woman is barbecuing and the man says, honey, don't you think you're a little too close to that? And the woman brushes him off and says that she knows what she's doing, but it turned out she should have listened to the man, and the kid calls out for her dad instead of her mom. Why can't we ever see a commercial like that once in a while? Here's another commercial for Wal-Mart.
Alright guys, play with your toys after dinner.
It's beautiful.
Jason?
Really, buddy?
Wow.
Samantha Jean.
Guys, Christmas dinner and you're bringing toys to the table?
The woman immediately puts her hand out because of course the man has to have something just like the children did. And he hands her a power drill of all things. And then it shows how much a doghouse is, which implies that this man is going to be spending a night in the doghouse for bringing the power drill to the table. Here are my problems with this. Once again, we have a commercial where the woman is the only responsible adult in the family while the man is just like one of the children. Even though what he had wasn't a toy, it was still something that the woman had to confiscate, and he will have to spend a night in the doghouse because of it. Women never have to spend a night in the doghouse, only men do. And speaking of doghouse, I will be talking about that JCPenney commercial in a future installment of Misandry in the Media. The other thing I have a problem with is the fact that this was a power drill. When it comes to these Christmas commercials, men are associated with power tools. I mean, you know that expression, that's like getting a woman a vacuum cleaner for her birthday or for Christmas, which implies that the gift is insulting. But isn't getting a man a power drill for Christmas just as insulting? I mean, every Christmas it's always, get your wife thousands of dollars in jewelry. And what do men get? A power drill for $50 and maybe a card that talks if he's lucky. I mean, how about a commercial where a man is the one who's taking away the toys from the children and then he puts out his hand for his wife to give him the hand vacuum that she always carries around? Do you have any idea how insulting a commercial like that would be? You'd hear on the news about how sexist it was and that it's getting pulled. But nobody says a damn thing about a commercial like this. Here's another commercial for Clorox. So in this one, a girl named Becky walks into the bathroom only to find her Uncle Steve picking his nose hairs and wiping it on her bathrobe, which she's wearing for no apparent reason. How about a commercial where we see a boy walk into the bathroom and he catches his Aunt Stephanie doing the same thing to his bathrobe? We don't see a commercial like that because it would make a woman look disgusting, and we can't have that now, can we? Though it is okay to show men being disgusting. These next commercials are for a product called Z Quiet.
His snoring keeps me up all night.
Of course it's the man who's snoring and keeping the woman up. She tries shoving him, poking him, elbowing him, and hitting him with the pillow.
Sleep? Or is it your snoring that's creating a relationship nightmare?
Now let's get to some testimonials.
Z Quiet works like magic. Literally, as soon as he puts it in, the snoring's gone.
The first night Larry used the Z Quiet was the first night that I had a full night's sleep in 10 years.
Z Quiet absolutely changed our lives and saved our marriage.
It works. It really works.
We've tried sprays, we've tried go in the other room, poking, elbows, nothing works.
Even though it's men in this commercial who need the product, it's the women who are talking about how it works because only they would know if it really worked or not. You mean to tell me that women don't snore? Okay, maybe there aren't as many women who snore, but they still exist. It would be nice to see some in these commercials. At least one would be nice.
Are you trying to sleep with someone who sounds like a chainsaw? Does snoring keep you awake or keep you apart?
Let me pause this right here. It's a shot of a woman in bed watching TV. Why? Because a man is keeping her up. If we ever see a commercial with a man laying down and watching TV, it's because he's lazy. So whether a woman is lying down watching TV or a man is, either way, it's portraying a man in a negative way.
No more poking and shoving to try and get him or her to roll over and stop snoring.
I just have to laugh when he said him or her. Okay, so you seem to recognize that women can snore too, yet we don't see a man poking or shoving a woman or hitting her with the pillow because she's snoring and keeping him up. I'm sure that would be considered domestic violence.
Ladies, is snoring a problem for you?
What's this? A woman who is talking about how women snore too, and that could be a problem that affects them as well?
Is a snoring partner keeping you awake at night? If
no,
so,
of course not. Still being recognized as something only men do. This next one is for Subaru. So the man lost his sunglasses and the woman gives him that look that says, "Come on, really?" So they drive back and the man is looking for them. I love how the woman isn't helping him look. Yes, I know they're his sunglasses and some people may say, well, they're his sunglasses, he lost them, why should she help him look for them? But if the woman was in the same situation, then that reasoning will no longer apply. If the man doesn't help the woman find something that she lost, then he's a useless bum who doesn't want to help his wife. He checks the cave and bats start flying at him. But it turns out he had him this whole time and the woman gives him that look that says, wow, you're a dumbass. This next one is for State Farm.
Hey, Jessica! Jerry Newman with a policy question.
Jerry, how are you doing?
Fine, I've just got a little fender bender.
Oh, Jerry, I'm so sorry.
I would love to help, but remember you dropped us last month.
And of course, Jerry was not only stupid for wrecking his car, but he also made a bad move by dropping his coverage with State Farm.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. It only took 15 minutes to sign up with that new auto insurance company, but it's taken a lot longer to hear back.
Is your car up a pole again?
I miss you, Jessica.
Jerry, are you crying?
No, I bit my tongue.
And of course, the agent is a woman, and Jerry is crying and wants to come back to her. It's very common in commercials for the women to have the product being advertised or to have all the answers while the men are there to tell you what not to do. This next one is yet another commercial for Clorox.
Laundry is not new. Your mother, your grandmother, her mother, they all did the laundry. Maybe even a man or two.
And maybe even a man or two. Gee, thanks a lot. Now some may say, well, it's more common for a woman to do the laundry. And at least they mention that men do the laundry too. But here's the thing. If you were talking about a job that mostly men do, and you said that only a few women did it too, it would be offensive. Hell, I can call a group of firefighters fire men, and there would be plenty of people out there who would get pissed off that I didn't say firefighters, even if the group of firefighters that I was talking about were all men. If all the firefighters were men, there should be no problem if I called them firemen. It's like we can't give men credit for doing something good, even if they were all men. You say chairman, or fireman, or spokesman, and people will say, it should be chairperson, firefighter, and spokesperson. But if you said conman or gunman, that's fine, right? No arguments there. Nobody's around to say, that's gun person or con person. You associate only men with something negative, that's okay. But to associate men with something positive, you better include women too, otherwise it's sexist, even if there were only men. I mean, take a look at this Scion commercial.
To the men and women of the military.
They say men and women of the military as if they are just about equal in number. It's a lot more common to see a man doing the laundry than it is to see a woman dying on the battlefield. Yet men get partial credit in the Clorox commercial, but men and women get equal credit in that Scion commercial. Can you imagine if that commercial said, to the men and a few women of the military? You know there would be outrage. Okay, one last commercial because I really can't stand anymore. So this couple really doesn't care for satellite, and they talk about their experience.
No. No.
No.
Just nothing.
Want to fool around?
No.
Okay.
Well, this is a typical scene. The man asks if she wants to fool around, and she says no, and doesn't even look at him. I'd love to see more scenes, whether it's on commercials, TV shows, or movies, where the woman asks the man if he wants to fool around, and then he immediately says no. But we can't have that because that would make the woman seem desperate, and we can't have that, now can we? But to portray the man as desperate and perverted is perfectly okay, though.
The rain would cause us problems.
Where's Dad?
He's adjusting the dish. Okay, that's just worse.
Right, the rain would cause us problems. It's the man who's actually up on the roof while it's raining trying to fix the satellite dish. He falls off the roof and they don't even turn their heads, let alone rush outside to see if he's okay. In fact, whenever men get hurt or hit, it's no cause for concern. As a matter of fact, violence against men is supposed to be funny and entertaining. Stay tuned for part 7 where I talk about commercials that portray violence against men in a positive light.